Hey there, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, today we are going to discuss about the outlines. What are the course outlines we are going to cover throughout of this whole course? So this course is 100% practical course where we will be going to less focus on the theory part, and most of the time we're going to put our hands on the coding and try to understand the real mechanism, right? So as we know, like we have another course as well as if you want to learn the most of the business logic or how Go ecosystem is working, then definitely you can watch that particular series also for free in YouTube if you have a membership, or you can get that particular course in our online learning platform as well as. For this course, definitely that is a kind of prerequisites. At least you need to have the basic understanding of the Go ecosystem. And what we are going to do in this course, as you can see, like this is a kind of completely mastering course, and we are going to cover all of the advanced topic, right? So let's try to have a look like what we are going to cover in this whole course. So first of all, we're going to cover, this course is all about the microservice. Here we are not going to discuss about any topic related to monolithic. Definitely, like we are going to try to distinguish what is difference between the monolithic and microservice architecture, what kind of pain it is getting solved by microservice architecture. But this course is purely focused on microservice architecture itself. So let's try to have a look what are the things are there. So first of all, we're going to discuss about the microservice architecture. So why microservice architecture is there, and what are the reason behind the invent of the microservice architecture, and what kind of problem it is getting solved. Because if the monolithic architecture is doing well and it can be fulfill our business goal, then why microservice architecture need to introduce, right? Because microservice architecture is a complex topic, right? So those are the things we're going to discuss in the microservice architecture section. Then we'll be going to do the system design and what is the needs. And maybe some of you already know what is system design and how to do that, but maybe some of you are not aware about it, right? So this is really very good deal. Like in the system design section, we're going to put our hands on building the whole e-commerce application system design, and we will discuss like that specific criteria and the needs of the system design to build a very good software system. Without system design, that's really tricky to build. Though you are going to build a software system, then a lot of things, a lot of problem it's going to happen in upcoming days. So those are the topics we're going to cover in the system design part. Then we'll be going to build our microservices. As we said, like this whole application it's going to be one kind of e-commerce application, right? So, and we're going to cover all of the business use cases in terms of like how product is working, how different part of the application component is gonna work. So all of this microservice component we're going to build right there. Then we'll be going to cover the microservice communication, where we will understand like why microservices need to communicate with each other and what are the best use cases and how synchronous and asynchronous communication has to be there, right? So there are certain scenarios we will be cover, and definitely those scenarios already we have covered in our some of the other courses as well as that is built in Node.js, and feel free to watch it in our YouTube for free. And then we're going to cover a particular package stuff in terms of like we're going to cover the message broker as an example, the Kafka we're going to cover. We're going to cover the gRPC. We will be going to deep dive on the Kafka and gRPC body topic, right? By covering picking up some of the microservice. What are the needs for certain microservice? Maybe some of them is going to be needed as a kind of server and a client and etc. Whole deep understanding we're going to cover in this both of the topic right there. Then we'll be going to handle the concurrency and the parallelism. So that's really a kind of hard topic, and definitely you need to be clear it out, like why concurrency is going to be needed and why parallelism is needed when it comes to develop something in the Go, right? Definitely we are going to deep dive on these things on these two topics in terms of like concurrency and parallelism in this section. And then we are going to handle the Elasticsearch. So there is certain needs of the Elasticsearch, and or maybe we can cover what exactly the source mechanism is to doing in e-commerce. That's really kind of essential component of e-commerce application, and where we will discuss about full text source and what is the vital role is playing by Elasticsearch in the e-commerce architecture. And finally, we are going to handle the clean architecture design pattern, where we we'll be using some kind of architecture pattern to make sure like we are following the professional path, right? So those are the things going to help us to make our application going to be more portable in terms of like testable. All right. So there are some advanced topics we are going to cover right there. So there are few ways to where we can achieve this clean architecture design pattern, right? So those are the things we are going to discuss in this section. Then we are going to containerize our service, and we will handle our dependencies, because though we are going to build our application in the Go ecosystem, still some of the dependencies we need to resolve. As an example, the Elasticsearch or maybe gRPC or maybe Kafka, all of this stuff, how we can inject it to the containerized way, right? So at least we can deploy our application very easy way. All of the stuff we are going to handle in right here. Where maybe we will be going to deep dive a little bit in Docker and some of the container topic. We're going to cover the AWS also, where some of the services it's necessary to learn while you are working as a backend engineer or backend developer. Then certain services of the AWS ecosystem you need to understand, right? So those are the topics also we're going to cover right here. And definitely this is not a kind of AWS course, but we are going to try to cover as much as the required components of the AWS for backend perspective we're going to cover in this section. Then we'll be put our hands on the microservice deployment. That's really a cool thing, because everyone can build the application or maybe some simple example or maybe to do or whatever. But in our case, this is really a real-time application where customer can buy anything, or customer can like place an order, make payment, and etc. But how in the production environment it's work, that's really matter, right? So those are the stuff we're going to handle in the microservice deployment part, right? And definitely we're going to use the AWS infrastructure for that, right? So while we're going to cover this AWS service overview, a lot of this stuff, maybe it will going to be clear right before microservice deployment part. And API gateway is really a kind of vital component in the e-commerce applications when it comes to the microservice architecture. So we are going to cover the AWS or maybe some similar kind of like maybe Kong or maybe APIG or something like that. The API gateway we are going to implement right there. It's just to make sure we're correctly exposed to the microservices with security and authentications are in place correctly. So those are the stuff we're going to handle in the API gateway implementation. The service discovery, that's really an essential component when it comes to the microservices, right? So while other microservices getting called to other like maybe let's say product microservices calling our maybe user microservice or maybe shopping or maybe payment or something. So in this case, definitely without service discovery, this is really not a kind of good way to calling without discovering whatever whether the microservice is alive or it is responding or not. So all of these things we are going to cover right here. Maybe we can deep dive a little bit in the circuit breaker mechanism as well as, right, in this case. Then finally, we will be handling the security and observability of the microservices. So that's really cool. Like we build the application, but we deploy the application, but what is happening right there? So how we can evaluate the microservices are performing well. So there are a lot of things it's involved, right? So that part also we're going to cover in the microservice security and observability. So you can see like in the whole course is a kind of really very good bundle of like all the advanced topics in the Go and backend ecosystem. So as a prerequisites, we will be going to build one front end also, but definitely we are not going to put our hands on the front end part. This front end, you can see this is the application which is already we have built in our monolithic way in our previous course. And feel free to watch that course also if you have the pre-membership in YouTube, or maybe if you have already purchased our previous course, you can just watch it right there. And definitely you can get a kind of clue like on how the whole ecosystem is working, how we can create the product, and what are the APIs need to expose to do all of the stuff. And in this course specifically, we are going to handle like all of the components. You can see we have the products, we have categories, and we have the source stuff, right? And we have the card and user. So all of this component, we are going to break it down into microservice. So end of the day, you can see like this front-end application, it is supported by a lot of microservice, maybe many pieces of microservice. They're communicating with each other to fulfill the business goal. As an example, for search, right? So how the search mechanism is working with the help of the catalog microservice, maybe we can get it done by integration of like Elasticsearch and etc. So there are a lot of stuff that's gonna happen. So overall, we are going to build one e-commerce application. All right, that is the prerequisites. Maybe a bit of if you know how e-commerce ecosystem is working, or maybe a bit of Go. All right, golang, that's definitely is going to be needed, because in this course we are not going to put our hands on the basic stuff, just like how Go functions are working, how, let's say, how we can integrate the database, and we are not going to discuss all of the stuff in deep way. We're simply going to integrate all of this stuff very quickly, and we will be going to more focused on all of the advanced topics, like, just to make you understand and clearly, right? All right, then these are the topics we are going to cover in this course. In the next lecture, we are going to put our hands on to understand the microservice architecture. See you right there. Thank you.